Welcome to this short video on the use of our Eclipse app for mobile devices. Launch your Eclipse mobile app by tapping its icon. Following the Eclipse splash screen, you will see your diary. In order to view later or earlier times in the diary, drag with one finger on the screen of your mobile device. Drag up to see later times or drag down to see earlier times. Dragging with one finger can also be used when viewing multiple pages of a document. This will have the effect of taking you to the next or previous page. You can enlarge the view by tapping next to an entry in the time bar on the left of the screen. Tap in the time bar again to return to normal view. Next, we're going to look at finger swiping. Swiping across the screen with one finger moves you forwards or backwards through your diary. Swiping from right to left moves you forwards, whilst left to right swiping moves you backwards, one day, week or month at a time, depending which view you have chosen. Instead of swiping, you could use the right and left pointing arrows just above the diary at the top right of the screen. Tapping the right arrow moves you forwards, whilst tapping the left arrow moves you backwards. Tapping the Today button will always return you to the current day. Above the diary you will see the date. If you tap here, Eclipse will display an enlarged calendar from which you can tap a specific date to go to. Your diary can be viewed by day, week or month. Simply tap the view you require at the top left of the screen. The diary displays a full list of events relating to yourself, and events are shown coloured as they are in Eclipse Desktop. Events are synced with the main Eclipse server as and when there is a connection, either 3G or Wi-Fi, and the app is open. All events synced to the mobile device are then available even when the device is offline. If you would like more information about a diary entry or want to create a follow-up appointment, tap on it with one finger. The screen now displays details of the time, date and duration of the event, along with who is attending, such as the owner, vet, animal name, etc. You can edit or add notes, and the full address is displayed along with any specific directions. The email addresses and phone numbers can be used directly on supported devices with just a tap. You will see a small disclosure pointer to the right of details and location. Tapping the pointer will either display or hide these details. You will see these pointers again later when viewing client and animal information. If the event is a visit, a location map will be displayed. You can tap the plus or minus magnifying glass symbols to zoom in or out. Tap the last of the three symbols to reset the map to normal view. You can tap the blue link at the right of the map to get directions. Change the status, priority or note for the event by tapping the appropriate line and then tap which option you require. If you want to add or edit notes for the event, such as the reason for a visit, tap into the notes area and a keyboard will be displayed. When you are finished, tap the key at the very bottom right corner of the keyboard to close it. Alternatively, you can simply tap outside the notes area, anywhere else on the screen. Tap the follow-up button at the bottom left of the screen if you want to make a follow-up appointment. The pound symbol button enables you to create a billing for this event, and you can find out how to do this by watching our billing video. If you made any changes here that you want to save, tap the Save button at the bottom right. If, however, you want to remove any changes, tap Revert. If you attempt to leave the screen without tapping either Save or Revert, you will be asked what you want to do about unsaved changes. Tap Discard if you want to remove the changes you made. Tap Cancel if you want to continue working in the Details screen, or tap Save to save any changes you made. In order to return to the diary, we use another finger swiping technique. This time we will use 2 fingers to swipe across the screen. Swiping from left to right on the Details screen will take you back to the diary screen. Swipe right to left on the diary to go back to the Details screen. Effectively, you can toggle between the screens you have been viewing by 2-finger swiping. Instead of 2-finger swiping, you can alternatively use the orange arrows at the top right of the screen to move forwards and backwards between the screens you've been viewing. If an arrow is grey, there is no further information in that direction. At the top right of any screen, you will see one of 3 symbols, which indicate the strength of connectivity to your Eclipse server. A green tick indicates that you have full connection to the server and data is auto-syncing. A red tick indicates that your device is attempting to make a good connection. A red cross indicates that you have no connection. New information entered during this period will be saved on your device and synced with the practice when you next have a good connection. If you ever see a blue stripy pole next to these symbols, this is a rare visitor, only seen when you have asked your device to load up an exceptionally large amount of information from its local disk store. To create a new diary event or a follow-up event, tap the plus button at the top right of the calendar. The calendar will be displayed for you to tap the date of the event. Next, tap the time to select the hour and minutes that the event will start. You will see that 1 hour has been set for the duration. Tap here to change this for a longer or shorter event. The finish time is calculated automatically, although you may choose to set this yourself rather than a duration. Your name as the vet has been entered automatically. Tap the plus button at the right to add the client's name. Enter the name you are looking for, then tap the magnifying glass. Eclipse will display any possible matches, ready for you to tap the one you want. Repeat this procedure for the animal or animals and any diary resources such as equipment. Tap the appropriate tab at the top of the search screen first. Having already entered the client's name, Eclipse will automatically list any animals connected to the client. Add any notes such as the reason for a visit, along with status, priority or note options. Always remember to save when finished. Use your 2-finger left to right swipe to return to the diary, or tap the orange arrow at the top of the screen. 3-finger swiping is used to show and hide the navigation dock. If the dock is currently hidden and you want to display it, simply swipe with 3 fingers from left to right across the screen. To hide the dock, swipe from right to left. Alternatively, you can tap the sliding button at the top left corner of the screen to show or hide the dock. When the dock is closed, the button will be black, and when the dock is open, it will be blue. Only Asyrix images and map screens do not display the dock. The dock will hide itself once you have reached the page you asked for. Tapping on any heading in the dock takes you to that section of information. For example, tapping the client's heading enables us to enter the name of the client we are looking for. If you are online, this will display full details of the client or animal you have searched for. If you are offline, although the client or animal will be found, the information available may be reduced. All contacts and animals associated with this client are listed and can be tapped to view their full details. You may need to tap the disclosure pointer on the right if this information is currently not visible. You can see that a small star appears next to the account status. This is a discrete alert that there are problems with the account. Tap the disclosure pointer to see more information about the account status. The History section provides identical information to your desktop computer, for example, payment and invoice information. Tapping on an invoice or charge sheet will display the details of that item. Simply tap the Done button to return to the Client Details screen. We will display the dock again now to perform a search for an animal. Tap the Animals heading and enter the name of the animal you're looking for. The Animal screen provides details such as sire, dam, passport number, etc. The Contact section lists the owner and all other contacts associated with this animal. History displays the full history for the animal as you would view on your desktop computer. Tapping on any document, such as a lab report, opens that item for viewing. Tap Done to return to the Details screen. You can tap on an existing clinical note in the history to amend it, or tap the plus button on the right of the History section to add a new note. Remember to specify whether the note is a standard or clinical note by tapping the appropriate button. Tap into the note text area to start typing. And when you're finished, make sure you tap Save. You can tap a DICOM study in the history to view the image in a Cyrix. Our study is listed in the database on the left, and the thumbnail images display on the right. We can tap an image to get a better view, and perhaps adjust the contrast by dragging to the left or right. When you're finished, this is where our four-finger swipe comes in. Simply drag with 4 fingers across the screen from right to left to return to the history. Tapping To Do in the dock displays a list of all your to-dos and allows you to change the status by tapping the drop-down menu on the right. You can move through days either by swiping with 1 finger or using the forwards and backwards arrows at the top right of the screen. The Calendar drop-down menu enables you to select a specific day to view. You can create a new to-do by tapping the plus button at the top right of the screen. Well, we have reached the end of our short tour of Eclipse. We hope you found it useful. Don't forget that there is a separate video to take you through the billing procedure.